Hello, Bubs, and welcome to the Brothers Take podcast. My name is Chris. I am joined once again by my brothers, Adam
Hello.
and Eric.
Hello.
And we are all back in the room this week to talk more gaming with the most recent PlayStation State of Play, showcasing our first look at Insomniac's Wolverine, as well as a few other things for 2026, looking like another stacked year for video games. And we also got a look during the week at Kojima's next projects. When does he sleep? OD for Xbox, and then a poster for Physint for the PlayStation 6, probably. I don't think that's coming out anytime soon, is it? Like, there's no fucking way that's coming out for the PS5. We're going to be talking about all those things. It was also the week of Tokyo Game Show. This week at time of recording, but last week at time of this all out. So we're talking about last week's stuff. Tokyo Game Show was also on. If anyone happened to see anything, and this goes to the listeners as well, do shout out anything from the week that you thought was interesting, and do share your own take on everything that we bring up in this week's episode. If you're watching YouTube, make sure you jump down into the comments to share your thoughts. If you enjoy this episode, please do give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, ring the notification bell for all future content. And to those who listen to us on audio platforms, you can touch base on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X at The Brothers Take, again, to give your take on the state of play, Kojima, Tokyo Game Show, whatever it is you want to talk about. Do join in on the discussion. But without further ado, let's talk gaming. So I think we'll start with the state of play stuff because yeah, some cool shit in there. And I want to talk about
Obviously, the best announcement. The wireless speakers.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Hell yeah, the Pulse things. I was looking at them going, can they be connected to... It just kept saying like PC and Mac. I was like, can you get them for your TV though? If you were someone that decided you wanted them for your... Could you set them up that way? Do they connect to the PS5 like?
I thought there
no,
was during
the-
it they
yeah.
plugged into the PS5, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like one of them. It looks like it's one of them really ugly dongles that's going to take up one of your USB ports on the front of your console.
That's exactly what it looked like, yeah.
Yeah.
On the front?
Yeah,
that's
so
where they
if
put
it's
it.
the
Yeah.
front, if it's the front one, I don't know actually which port it was. So you can go back and you can view it, but it just
Yeah.
giant dongle sticking out of
It was
I
pretty
think-
big, yeah.
I think it was sticking out of the front of the PlayStation. Because I think...
Yeah, because the speakers looked good. It was like they sound impressive by what they were talking about. But
Yeah,
you'd
a lot of
want to
technical
see
words there that sounded pretty good.
yeah, the new nuclear fusion power speakers or whatever. But how to sell to men. But yeah, it'd be like they're not coming out till next year. So I suppose when they are out next year, maybe some people have some reviews of actually using them and being like, yes, this is the shit, or just be like, I wouldn't, you know. It just depends, really, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if they mentioned the price on them, but
No.
I reckon these are going to be stupid money for what they are.
Do we think like 200 plus?
Maybe.
Yeah, I
And
think
it's just like it not a very nice kind of integration. You know, every other company would just make it compatible with your device. But the fact that it would have, like, I understand using a dongle for like PC and Mac, fair enough. But
yeah. When it's the actual console.
that's weird.
Yeah.
That's
But
so weird.
did they not say it's like? Now maybe I'm picking it up wrong, and I know it was the dongle for the PC and Mac. It was wirelessly connecting to the portal.
Yes, but the portal.
So, oh yes, okay.
Yeah.
So yes, it can wirelessly connect to that because it's actually connected to your PS5 by the dongle. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I actually think that is, I don't know, maybe for someone that's like an awesome setup, but I actually think that's just the most ridiculous thing is to like remote play from somewhere else, but blast it through these speakers though.
Right, yeah. Well, yeah, in that user case scenario, yes, it does seem strange because like,
feel like,
I think the appeal of the portal, of course, in most cases is, okay, I'm in a family home and or at least what I've seen of people who like really get
Mm.
good use out of it. It's like I'm in a family home, um, the fucking kids have gone to sleep. I really want a game. I can't turn the fucking TV on, so I'm going to game on the Portal. In which case, you're putting headphones on and trying to enjoy a little bit of peace and quiet and playing your games, right? That seems to be the best. Or the um, like we only have the one TV and someone else is using it, but I want to play my game, so I'm going to use the Portal to
Yeah,
do
but
so.
that's like that'd
But
be
again,
that
you
that'd
wouldn't
be
use
a
speakers,
brilliant
really, would
thing
you?
though. That like there, someone else is watching. I don't know, like Coronation Street or some or Real Housewives of Dubai, and then you're sitting beside them, blast the speaker so they can't hear their program. This would be the most obnoxious sort of like
Well, you'd be likely in a
Fairly
different
horrible,
room,
yeah.
pretty
but
passive aggressive moment. Like,
I am wondering like what is the cost of these, and would that little setup just be like, could you just buy another PlayStation?
In the end, probably yes. I mean, all these things are definitely accessories for people who already own, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not a I'm going to go out and get the PS5 and then get these to use these. You know,
Mm. Yeah.
it's like it's definitely a if you already
I
have
think
this and if you would like these, here you go.
I think oddly enough, like just the way they presented it too, it seemed that the PS5 integration is kind of a secondary thing. These seem more like desktop speakers,
Desktop,
but
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
They highlighted that more so, yeah, which I
yeah.
thought was kind of strange.
Well, I suppose if they're wanting to push their PlayStation titles, is this going to be like them, integrating or pushing the kind of the 3D audio in future games, and that way you can bring 3D audio to your because the PS5 uses the 3D audio kind of tech and stuff. I
Hmm.
don't know how much that is prevalent on PC and stuff. I don't know, but this
Are we eventually getting to the end of exclusivity anyway? Because like it was in this state of play as well. And I thought it was so like as soon as I
Microsoft's.
saw the plane, I was like, "There's no way this is Microsoft Flight Simulator, is it?" And then it was,
Mm.
and it's like it even said at the bottom of the screen that Xbox Game Studios. I was like, that means like you'll turn on the PlayStation, but the Xbox logo will come up, and it's gonna be it's cool, like, but it's weird.
It is pretty weird.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that one in particular, because of the name of it, Microsoft Flight Simulator on the
yeah.
PlayStation 5 is just a sentence that I never thought I'd say. It's a
Yeah.
weird one to me.
So it's a weird time to be alive, actually. This kind of is. I wonder is this how people felt when Sega games first showed up on Nintendo?
Yeah, that must have been weird as fuck back in the day. You know, whereas now it's like we have a whole generation of like people who just they're just used to it, so it doesn't seem weird anymore. But at first, that must have been bizarre. Or like I know like it really irked me. And again, it depends on your own lineage with these things, but like when I first saw like Activision like base like Spyro and Crash on Xbox. I was just like,
Mm,
oh, I don't like it. But but there's nothing wrong with it actually. It's a good thing. More people who've never played them get to play them. But I
yeah.
just had this like a oh, the lineage is taken away. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um I suppose before getting to the big game, right?
Mm.
That everyone else is probably going to be talking about anyway. Anything else from the state of play that people would like to talk about? There was a mix of games, obviously for various different
art
gamers,
department. Well,
different
I think
styles.
because me and Chris were watching this together.
Ah,
The one
mainly
thing
because I wanted to see Eric's face when I got my prediction in the bag. But go on.
fuck yourself. But the one thing I really I think I mentioned quite a lot is the sound, and maybe that's why they fucking had these speaker things advertised in it. But the sound design of the trailers,
Yeah,
the music sounded great
yeah, yeah,
across the board. I thought the designs in Saros were pretty sick as fuck.
yeah. Like it's
I
not again, it's like gameplay wise, it's not a game I would be personally into, but
Mm.
like from an art department point of view, and yeah, the sound of it, like and the music and stuff was fucking sick.
yeah, there was a couple. I'm just looking through the list. The God of War 20th anniversary controller kind of just felt like that could have been a tweet.
Yeah, again, it didn't take up a lot of time. I think if they spent time on it and talking about it, then I'd be like, okay, move on. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair.
you think for the 20th anniversary you'd do something
expect something bigger,
Yeah,
else? Yeah.
something special,
yeah, like because it's the 20th anniversary. Yeah, you want something bigger, but because it was so small, it was like that could have just been a tweet.
like a
Uh,
remaster of the original trilogy.
Or even just a like a you nearly expect them to go all out and do a big kind of PS5 themed with bundled God of War games or something.
Mm,
Mm. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and then I'm delighted to get a release date for Crimson Desert.
Yeah, I want to talk about that game for a moment, right? So, Crimson
Yeah.
Desert, we've seen at so many showcases, so many times, and the ongoing joke for us has been, what kind of game is that? Yes. Because it just seems to be everything.
Hmm.
I don't know how you guys feel. Well, I think Eric is probably more excited about it anyway. I'm not excited about this game personally,
Mm.
um, but it comes from a place of I think it's probably going to be good. Uh, One thing that comes into my mind every time I see it is, well, I will never have time for that. And then the other, so that's like a really daunting kind of like, holy shit.
Hmm.
But the second thing that comes into my mind is, because we have that joke of what kind of game is that? Yes, right, which has become funny for us. But I'm also like, but yes, but also, what kind of game is this? And um, I don't know if it's trying to do too much, where it's like it's kind of lacking an identity a little bit, and it's just
Mm.
lots of stuff. But it all
Hmm.
look it. Don't get me wrong, it all looks good. It could be the People's Choice Award next year. I could see
I
that
well,
happening. You know.
For me personally, I would not be. Yes, I'm excited for this. It looks great, but I would not be in any way surprised to find out that it's not working essentially on release.
Okay. Yeah.
That there is issues with it because
Yeah.
it looks like everything. The mechanics, the fucking, the map size, the gameplay, the color, the physics, the flying on a fucking dragon and doing that fight, and then like being up in the sky, being like all the various things you can do in it. And it looks like you can play as multiple characters as well. Just it
It
looks
looks like so much. I think you
it
need a
just
PC for this game. I don't think.
Mm.
mm.
I think the PC community are going to get the most out of that game, personally.
Actually, I kind of funny enough you say that. I actually think it's going to be the most broken on PC because usually when a game is kind of broken, it's usually on the PC.
Yeah, but I think the mod community are going to get a lot out of it, though. Down the line, like maybe not
Yeah.
at launch, but down the line, I think they're going to get a lot
But
out
it
of this
does
game.
look a little bit like you ever see those crazy mods for Skyrim when it just
Yeah,
ends up not looking like it doesn't look like Skyrim anymore. That's actually what it looks like, and maybe that's why I'm a little excited about it. It looks like Skyrim and The Witcher slapped together, but then you get to do WWE and How to Train Your Dragon.
it's so wild. I remember like there was the shot in the trailer where they showed like the mech, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, yo, what else is in this game? It's just like it's just got fucking everything in it. Like I won't be surprised if you get into a submarine at some point, and then I also go to space. Like
Yeah.
it's just, at this point,
It's
this
Fast
game
and
seems to
Furious,
be.
but with fantasy, like.
It seems to be everything. I do think it's going to do well. I think it's going to have a fan base. But I personally, I'm not that excited for it.
Okay.
But it does look impressive in terms of just sheer scope. But I just worry it's a little too ambitious.
Yeah, I felt the
You know?
same when because I haven't actually seen it in a while. I think the last time I saw it was like when they showed like the thing that we users saying it was like you get to see pretty much the open world of it and stuff like that. It was like a kind of a longer look at it. I think is
Yeah,
the last time I saw it. And then when I saw this, um, I was like, I wonder what game this is. I was like, it kind of looks like Crimson Desert, and then it comes up Crimson Desert. It's like, oh, okay. So I actually didn't like it. Didn't look anywhere. It didn't look like it belonged to the game that I've seen before. If you get
yeah. It
me,
is.
like
They have
this
shown
trailer
it.
doesn't look like
They have
anything.
shown it a load since that maybe deeper dive that you would have seen before.
Yeah,
And every time they're showing something new. So that's what I mean by like we've had this ongoing meme of like, so what is this game? Yeah, correct.
yeah,
Like it's if you think it's this, yes, it is. It is also that. Like the combat is like a fighting game.
yeah, yeah.
Like it's all combo based apparently, but there's also WWE SmackDown moves and stuff. It's very confusing. But also it could be. Look it could be the fucking best game next year for all we know. Like I don't know. Um,
Definitely one to wait till the reviews, I think.
Yeah, I think they
Yeah.
made the right decision to release it in the earlier part of the year.
Yeah, originally it was supposed to release, I think, November this year, something like that. The end,
And
I
it
think
got
that
pushed.
was,
Yeah.
yeah, it must have got pushed. But considering what it entails, which is everything, you probably can raise a baby in it, to be honest, and play
I'd look at.
and gamble. Um,
I think you can do everything.
yeah,
Uh, you'll notice that with all of the release windows and stuff, like they all avoided the summer, and it's so clear why, obviously. But it's like, you either have to get out before April if you want to stand a chance, basically, of people actually giving it a decent amount of time.
hmm.
Get out before April, or wait till after August. That's sort of the gonna be everyone. Obviously, there's smaller game experiences that are going to be different, but and it is kind of like giant open world, many hour games. If they want to have any kind of life and moment in the sun, they need to make sure to avoid the entire summer of next year. I
It's
don't know
actually
why.
it's fun. It's funny that you say that the moment in the sun because no one's going to get a moment in the sun next year. But with GTA 6 coming out, they're all going to be cooped up in their houses.
Yeah, it's so funny when you hear like people talking about like even predicting um economically how much it's going to like affect like the world. Like people are talking about GTA 6 as like the biggest game launch in all of history and
Mm.
also possibly the biggest thing in pop culture. Like the way they're talking about it is insane. Like it's gonna be ridiculous. There will be as and the economic effect is going to be how many people in the world call in sick the day it releases. Like people are already predicting that. It's
Maybe it needs to
crazy.
become a holiday.
Yeah, GTA 6 day. You might as well just take it as a bank holiday, everyone, and just take the fucking day off. Companies, get on board, close up. There's no point. They're all calling in sick anyway. The pre-orders are going to be fucking ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
um,
Although if you do that, only the delivery drivers will get to play it because they won't be delivering the game to anybody because the
that's
day is
right. Yeah,
up.
because they take the day off and they go, "Sorry, guys, sorry."
Yeah, but they'll take their own one. I thought the artwork to Chrono Script was pretty cool. That was a kind of a cool concept. That was the guy trapped in the book, and
Mm.
it's the side-scrolling one. I just thought I'd mention
Yeah, the
few
art to
other
that looked
games.
really cool. Again, not a game I would play because I'm not a big side scroller type person anyway.
Hmm.
But I did think that the artwork was really cool and a cool concept for a game.
Yeah, I found it a bit noisy, visually
Like
noisy.
just too much happening, maybe.
Yeah, it's almost like white noise. You know do you know when you play something like? Do you remember the opening cutscene to Castlevania on PS3? And it was like the rain, and they couldn't render the rain right, so it was just like a ton of white on your screen,
Oh, sure. Yeah. Was
like
this Lords of Shadow?
flicker. Yeah, yeah. What
Yeah.
all this white flickering on your screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I got that from it, and I think the kind of combination of the illustration in the foreground but 3D in the background was just like a major kind of clash.
Yeah.
Well,
Were you like this? Ah. Whoa.
Yeah, it
Ah.
was like
Okay.
it
Whoa.
was like yeah, I wouldn't. I think I would yeah, it'd be hard one to play.
what
Yeah.
about Zero Parody, Adam? What do you think of? Because what do you think of that game? That was the one. It's a bit like they made what the hell's the name of that game?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I was actually playing.
Oh, the Disco Elysium guys.
I was actually playing
D
Disco Elysium this week.
Yeah, because I knew you're. Well, I didn't know you were playing it this week, but I knew you had played it before, so I know it's.
Yes.
But
This year.
Yeah,
What? Did you say it was called? I thought
Zero Parades. No, no.
Zero
What's it called?
Parades. Is that what it's called?
oh, that probably maybe makes more sense. I
I have
called it
no
Zero
idea.
Parody.
No, I think it is
Maybe.
Parades
I
actually.
have
Yeah.
no
Okay.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
um, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the. Now, I think this has been announced before, hasn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think this was just you get to see
More of a look
more
at
of
it.
it, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yeah. So
Um,
I wasn't really aware actually, but I'd be interested to see um how how well received this is going to be.
Yeah. It looked like
There's a ton of controversy around that company.
Oh, is there?
All right.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know nothing about.
yeah.
I stay out of all that shit. See every so often you go on YouTube and everyone's trying to boycott Ghost of Yotei and shit, and I go, look at, nah, I pre-ordered it. I don't give a shit. Fuck off. I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, I think that's different reasons though. So this is a bit more like do you know like what's Metal Gear post Kojima?
Oh,
That kind of
like,
a situation.
was there someone that was like,
The
this is
original
the guy
creators
and he's gone? And
the original creators were fired by the company.
I see, I see.
Um
Okay,
and
interesting.
I think they're in a legal I don't really know the full ins and outs, but I think they're in a legal dispute over the ownership of the IP of Disco Elysium, hence why this one's not called Disco Elysium 2.
Oh, so is this more? Do you think if that wasn't going on, this would be Disco Elysium 2? And that
I
the
think it
name is
probably
just
would be,
it's
yeah.
like, is this just like it's a spiritual successor?
Hmm.
We intend it to be the sequel, but we can't call it the sequel.
Yeah, I think so. I
Okay,
don't know the ins and outs, but
I didn't know
I
that.
feel
That's
like it is,
interesting.
and I'd be curious to see, um,
How it's received.
yeah,
Hmm.
like
Okay.
how many people are actually excited for this? Because I think the whole thing left a bit of a sour taste in people's mouth.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
I thought it was weird,
Interesting.
and I did say it to Eric at the time, like when the Battlefield 6 trailer came on, right? Not that I look at, I'm not the biggest first-person shooter guy in general. I've played quite a few, but I'm not. They're not like my bread and butter in terms of games. But um, yeah, when it came on, I was like, why does this look like more like Call of Duty than Call of Duty does? You know,
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah,
it looked way more like a Call of Duty game than any of the recent Call of Duty games have looked, which I thought was really strange. And I was like, it's kind of just a nice back to basics. Yeah, it's a little bit over the top in terms of cinematics and stuff, but it's grounded to some degree, and it's kind of nice to see that. If you just want to go in for that high action military shooter, you know.
yeah.
But I suppose, look, the big fucking one was Insomniac's Wolverine,
No,
which
I will talk about anything else but that game.
he doesn't want to talk about
I
it.
will not give you
How
the
about
victory.
Deus Ex Remastered?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
we
let's
can
do
talk
that.
about that if you want. No, fuck that. We're just talking about Wolverine, man.
Go on.
Because yeah, I'm really excited for it. It's one of my more anticipated games now next year, based on what we've seen, and also just the pedigree of what Insomniac have done before. I've recently replayed Spider-Man Miles Morales, and myself and Ash have been playing through Spider-Man 2 again, and just been like, "Ah, these are just fucking great games." Um, and I like that in what we see here. It's so clear, obviously, that from an art style point of view, that this is set in the same universe as the Spider-Man games, I think. However, they are in no way tied to like, okay, this has to be teen rated like Spider-Man is. And Insomniac are kind of pushing the boundaries a little bit in terms of like they've always been known to make family friendly games, really. So this is their first time kind of getting outside of that. Uh, did I? Am I wrong?
Did they not make the Resistance games?
Oh, sure. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Yeah, yeah. I suppose that was a bit violent.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're right. I was thinking of like Spyro and Ratchet and
Right,
Clank
yeah, yeah.
and Spider-Man, obviously. But yeah, no, yeah, you're right. Resistance. But yeah, I was impressed by the level of blood in here. It kind of started to look like, which makes sense when it's Wolverine and his claws on his fists. It started to look like, in Mortal Kombat games when you poke someone and blood just starts coming out. Like, it was the levels of that, which I thought was nice. Um, yeah, what do you guys think of
It
Wolverine?
reminded me of very much of the X-Men Origins game, Wolverine. But
Yeah.
just with better graphics. And which is kind of what you want, because that game was like the closest we got to how do you do a Wolverine game.
That was so weird, wasn't it? Because it was a tie-in with an absolutely awful movie, but it was quite a good game.
Well, I only ever played the demo, which was just the start. It was the bit when he goes into like some jungles
Yeah,
for
yeah.
some reason.
But I
It
think
was
most
very
of the
similar to
game
that.
was that, though. I don't think it was really. I don't think you played out the events of the movie actually in it. I think it
No.
was
I say you probably fought the Blob and Sabretooth at some point.
yeah, maybe. I think I think that game, and I could be wrong, I think that game was like a prequel to the movie almost. It was like,
Ah.
here's Wolverine on missions that take place before the film, as
Yeah.
opposed to here's an adaptation of the film. Um,
Yeah, it's almost as if they got like the kind of gore engine from that one, but like the actual like you actually want to play it from the X2
Yes,
Wolverine's
Wolverine's
Revenge one.
Revenge.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Remember fucking Wendigo in that game?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Was that
So
Mark
sick.
Hamill? I'm
Yes,
pretty
it
sure that was.
was.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
Mark Hamill. So Lee McIntyre is playing Insomniac's Wolverine, which is pretty
Mm.
fucking cool. And I so like Batman being my number one superhero, Spider-Man being my number two, Wolverine is my number three. So they've ticked all the boxes now. They don't really need to go any further than this. Just because I love the um, social commentary that the X-Men world brings. And
Hmm.
then of all the characters to focus on, Wolverine is just too cool as the reluctant hero not to be your doorway into that world.
Yeah.
And there were some cool little teases in there. We got to see Mystique, we got to see Omega Red, we got to see the Sentinel, and we got to see the Reavers, actually, are the cyborg dudes that he's fighting. So
All
there's
right.
some really cool, like, pulling from obviously all the X-Men
And
comics.
locations.
And locations, yeah. Like they've mentioned already that you get to go to Japan, which has me thinking, oh, Silver Samurai is probably going to be like a boss fight in this game, which would be a sick fucking boss fight. Wolverine versus a samurai with this level of violence? Come on, like, or Lady Deathstrike, maybe, I just think there's going to be some really cool, like, Insomniac pull from the material. I think there's going to be
Yeah.
some really cool characters. It has also made me wonder, in all the Spider-Man games, at some points at least, they take the gameplay away from Spider-Man and make you play as someone else. Now,
Right.
might they do that in Wolverine? And if they do, who would be an interesting character to play as for like moments or segments?
I think, right, throw
Well, it
out
has to
there.
be like it has to be shit, right? It has to be like, so who's the worst person to play as?
Maybe it could be good though, Adam, in this case,
You play as Jubilee and you do Sparks. No, I think you're actually going to play as Mystique. Because
Oh,
in the trailer we see her disguised as a Reaver. So I
yeah.
think maybe she's working with Wolverine, and so you're gonna do a mission where she's infiltrating a Reaver base. That would be my theory.
Yeah, I don't
Just
know
working off the trailer that
Yeah,
we're given.
yeah. I don't know if I want her working with Wolverine, but I also like the idea of playing as Mystique doing infiltration missions at some points in the game. I also like that it's very clear that they're taking more of an Uncharted structure with this,
Hmm.
in that it looks very clear like it's a globe-trotting adventure, but it's definitely going to be like a linear game and not an open world. Because like the open world fantasy is like perfect for Spider-Man. Like if
Yeah.
you want to be Spider-Man, you want to swing around New York and stop crimes and stuff. But with Wolverine, the open world thing would feel very forced. Like, oh, this is very gamey to put Wolverine in an open world, but to put Wolverine in a narrative that just like takes you on these like amazing levels, basically. And maybe they're fairly like open levels, but at the same time, I don't think putting him in like I don't even know where you would set it if you were doing a Wolverine open world.
The only thing I would be thinking of is like, yeah, set him on some jungle island,
The Savage Land
and,
with the
and
dinosaurs.
yes, no, but like the he mud himself up and to kind of be like Rambo or something. You're just taking out people
Oh
on
yeah,
like. I was about to say Stryker's Island. That's DC, but you know my point. Stryker and his island,
sure.
maybe, or something like that.
Go Snake Eater on it, like.
Yeah, something like that. But the only way I think of doing open world with Wolverine is that you're not stuck on that island with all those enemies. They're stuck on the island with you as you're
Yes.
viciously hunting them down.
Yes.
But other than that, yeah, narrative. It's definitely gonna be more narrative driven and much more of a spectacle stages
Yeah.
for you to
Look like good set pieces
hack
in
your
there.
way through.
Nice dismemberment during
Mm-hmm.
combat, which just looks like really fun to me. I'm just like, yeah, this looks like a fucking fun game.
I seen a comment actually, which is like, that's I know why he's doing it, but also like it's pretty funny. Which is someone was asking, it's like, why is he wearing combat armor?
Oh, sure, yeah, I get you. I'm curious about. It's a good point. I'm curious about the. How does that work? Like, can you die in this game? How does that work? How does failure in the game work? Given that Wolverine can't die.
Yeah.
I suppose I think that's the element of it just being
A video game.
a game. It's like, yeah, you get enough hits and you fall unconscious maybe, and then you're defeated or something.
Yeah, like does
You can like
unconsciousness count as death? Maybe it's like if you get knocked down, you failed the mission essentially.
yeah,
So,
because he can get knocked out for sure.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I suppose if it was like maybe it's tied into the story. Like you can imagine if like I don't know, you've got a certain amount of hours to get to a rendezvous point or some shit like that because such and such a person's in danger. If you are unconscious, then that's time is going by. You probably missed it. So it's mission failed rather than then you being
mission
killed.
failed rather than yeah, you've been killed. I
Yeah,
think that would
or
probably the
or
cleanest way.
they're trying to capture you or something like that. So therefore, if you're knocked unconscious, oh, they got you. So
Sure, yeah.
therefore, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, because otherwise, like, it's going to turn into because it's that like problem of the how do you make a Superman game, like which would be, and then it becomes boring. Every enemy has kryptonite, and that's how. But like in this case, like, oh, if all the enemies have adamantium bullets, that would
Hmm.
suck. Like that would not be. Yeah, I think just having that you can fail is better than Wolverine can die essentially. And obviously in boss fights it's different because bosses can probably really go toe to toe with him.
Hmm.
Omega Red and the likes. Surely Sabretooth is in this game,
Oh, definitely.
right? Like
It'd
a
be,
big
What if you're getting
showdown.
what if you're getting married at one point in Japan, perhaps?
Yeah, wouldn't that be fucking sick? Oh my god.
um, it'd be cool. I'm assuming they don't have it, but unless they'll leave this for other ones. But it would be cool to, if not in this one, in future Wolverine games, get to fight the Hulk.
Man, I was
Yeah.
gonna bring up, right? This is my theory on that. Because I think you're onto something. And I think it's gonna happen
Thanks.
eventually. I think because Insomniac know that they need to hit certain things that everyone sees in the kind of pop culture of these characters. And Wolverine versus Hulk is a very iconic, famous fight in the comics. There was like animated movie made about it. It's been like memed about and stuff. It's a famous thing. And I think it will be the DLC to this game. So I think what will happen is this game will come out in fall next year.
Hmm.
And then at next year's Game Awards, there will be a trailer that announces the Hulk, right? And everyone will be like, what the fuck? And it'll be like coming early 2027 or whatever. And in 2027, there's the DLC where you play as Wolverine and you have to take on the Hulk.
That'd be cool.
I think that'd
Or
be
Hulk
fucking
is that
awesome.
other playable character.
Well, I mean, by the end of that, you would have to play as the Hulk, wouldn't you? Because you'd
Yeah.
be like, you can't dangle that in front of me and not let me play as the fucking Hulk.
Yeah.
I got to take on Juggernaut as the Hulk. That would be fucking awesome. Yeah. Exactly.
would be
Actually, yeah, that would be. I liked seeing the Sentinel as well at the end. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it was very cool.
I'm wondering if it's going to be like the plot is they're starting to build the Sentinels and that whole
that
thing.
mean- Would that mean Bastion is the main enemy, or would it be Nimrod?
Yes, NER maybe. Yeah, of course, could be. I don't
Or-
know. Yeah, maybe. I suppose it depends on how pivotal that's good. Like, is the story built around that, or is that just going to be a set piece, with a Sentinel, or how are they going to go about it? But
Well, I'm just kind of thinking because the Reavers are very like cybernetic as well, so it's just kind of thinking out of the X-Men villains who is a big fan of technology and shooting at mutants.
yeah, Bastion in a big way. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
How many?
Oliver Trask a bit, I suppose.
How many X-Men are we going to get in this game? Do we think?
I'd say we only get really a handful.
Yeah, you don't want too
Of-
many of them because
yeah,
it
yeah.
starts becoming a bit like this
is
is
an
supposed to be
X-Men game.
Wolverine, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we also probably expect that we definitely see at least one or two, right?
When you're saying the X-Men, there,
Yeah.
are you referring to Wolverine's team
Yeah.
from the
Yeah,
X-Men?
because obviously we know we're going to get a Rogues Gallery, but
Hmm.
like I just mean like, do we get a Rogue cameo in here somewhere, or do we get Hank McCoy at some
Say
point? Like, do we get
Jean,
X-Men in here
probably.
somewhere? Yeah, Jean is a good shout, really.
I say
Yeah.
Gambit.
See, I think
Oh,
Gambit would be you could see Gambit and Deadpool being like DLC kind of stuff that you introduce.
Mm. Yeah.
Well, if you're going to Japan, isn't there a Japanese ally in the X-Men stuff. Is Psylocke? No, Psylocke's not Japanese, but someone like that.
I well
Maybe.
look at I'll be surprised, but I think I've nailed it. I think in Japan you're taking on Silver Samurai. That's
Well, yeah,
I'd,
probably, but
I'd say, yeah.
I'd say there you're going to meet then and one of the X-Men in Japan, and it's going to be
Maybe. I feel like
whoever.
there's places that you go to that they have not. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point you go to the X-Men mansion in this game. And it's just a walk around, interact with things bit. And maybe you do see some of the characters there. And, like, maybe you're there just to get information. Maybe you're there to check in on something.
Maybe
Or
it's
this
just
is
something you
how
access from the main menu, and it's where the obstacle course is to do your training.
Yeah, because you can go into the danger room.
Yeah, and then you can go check out all the costumes you've unlocked.
Yeah, and then you can lock a butler in the freezer.
Yeah, or maybe that'll be like their version of the Batcave.
Yes, that you can come back to
Come back to.
and if you need to replay missions, you can replay them. Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? That'd be fun. But yeah.
I do think this is it looks absolutely unbelievable. And I think this could be, I was kind of waiting for the game for PS5. I think this
Oh
could be it.
shit.
This to me is like the console seller.
Yes. Do you think it will sell as well as Spider-Man?
I think so. I think it could even sell better. I think
Really?
there's just something about Wolverine, and even just the way they were talking about this, and even the cover art and everything
It was cool.
is so good. Like the everything about this, I think looks better than Spider-Man.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Well, and I suppose I like it's so clear that there's going to be some crossover, I think, in the DNA in terms of like there was a moment where he lunged forward and it was kind of similar to the way Spider-Man lunges forward in combat, right? There will be some similarities, but I like that their philosophy is still build the game around the character.
Yeah,
So, yeah, the fact that they haven't done the open world thing, checklists, climb towers, that kind of stuff, because that would not suit a Wolverine game. Like, Wolverine
no.
needs to be just out on the hunt, fucking killing, trying to stay alive, and maybe trying to stay out of the spotlight, and people are looking for him, and like he ends up helping someone, but as a result, it highlights his existence and he doesn't
Mm.
want that and he has to move again, like that's the kind of shit you want to see in Wolverine, I think. As well as, yeah, the levels of violence were incredibly exciting to me.
Yeah, nicely done. And
Yeah.
I also wonder, I don't know maybe there is information out there about this, but um, how Disney and game studios how they do deals, and I
Hmm.
imagine I imagine that a lot of is that Disney goes to certain game studios to say, will you make such and such, right? Insomniac obviously did Spider-Man because of the relationship with Sony.
Hmm.
Well, this just feels like Insomniac were asked, who do you want to do next, and
And
they
they
chose
said
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I really think it, and it's like
Well,
in some ways it's not
Like it's like the
the
opposite to choosing Suicide Squad for your video game.
yes. It's the choosing the one that you should do rather than the one that fucking nobody wants you to do. Yeah, and I think there's also an element of like in some ways, even though as popular as Wolverine is, he's not necessarily the obvious next one for Insomniac to make. Like if you were over them, if you were Disney, say, and you got a choice as to who you want Insomniac to make, and you're looking at your Avengers catalog, and you're thinking
Yeah.
about who's in the limelight in terms of like young gamers and older gamers and all that kind of stuff. But Wolverine is like if you're like, no, but I actually liked the comics and the cartoons and shit, and Wolverine is the guy. And I want to get back to the iconic Marvel characters from back in the day as opposed to the ones that are popular now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm fucking super excited for this game.
Yeah, me too.
Eric, anything you want to say on Wolverine before we move on from it?
no, fuck you for getting your bloody prediction right.
Oh,
Where the
yeah,
hell
yeah,
are
yeah.
my predictions? Where are my predict? My predictions were perfectly normal, and then the game companies all went, no, 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 no.
You were too safe with your predictions and not
So weird.
safe, but like your predictions were all about games that we knew were coming. And then you were like, I'm gonna try and guess the exact date. Like it's like, man, you gotta be more broad than that. So Do you know this, Adam?
that'll be two of them were pretty. Two of my predictions are pretty like.
Oh, some of them are fucking like, yeah, I love them. I'm still rooting for your Mass Effect one because
Yeah, because that makes sense.
yeah, and I really hope this is the year. But so for context, Adam, myself and Eric had bingo cards at the start of the year.
Mhm.
We made predictions as to what will come out or be announced or happen this year. And we have a little green tick for everyone we get right, and an X obviously for the ones we get wrong. And one of mine was that we will finally see Wolverine gameplay this year. So that's why I was like, yes, when the state of play was on. And then Eric was like, are we sure that's gameplay? And I was like, that's fucking definitely gameplay.
Are we sure that's Wolverine?
Yes. Oh, there's probably going to be Wolverine skins, right? Like, that seems like an Insomniac thing to do. So,
Oh yeah, you'll get the brown and white, brown and yellow. You'll get the leather jacket from like the movies, and probably the black leather outfits. And
oh, yeah, yeah.
you'll get the
X-Men Evolution costume.
yeah, sure, probably the animated outfit as well. I
Yeah.
wonder if because you know with Miles Morales they did the animated outfit, but it was actually done in the
Animation style.
and
Oh,
the
yeah.
frame rate. So I wonder will they do it like that with the like the X-Men 97 and like the old
Yes.
X-Men. They done that frame rate and everything.
And like in Spider-Man 2, they did the pointing meme. So I wonder, will they do the photograph meme?
Yeah,
Like, will there be a scene where Wolverine's in bed looking at a photograph?
definitely.
And we'll all be like, we get it, we get it. Guys, let us know
What's
what you...
what's the photo though? That
Yeah, what's the photo? You never show it. You only show from the back. It's like Ethan Winter's face. No matter what we turn the camera, he turns the photo. Yeah, it's so that you can fill it with your mind as to what it should be. But yeah, let us know, guys, how excited you are for Wolverine. Also, if anything else from the state of play in particular caught your eye, let us know what was your personal highlights. Are you excited for Saros? Any of the other games that came up? And as well for Wolverine, like what other characters would you like to see from the X-Men universe? Because obviously there's going to be a lot more. This is only a first look. They did say that we will be looking at more of this in spring of next year. So I assume there's going to be, with him saying that so certainly, that sounds like in spring of next year, there will be a Wolverine state of play specifically, a deeper dive, and at the end of it, here's the official release date, because at the moment we just have fall, and here now you can start your pre-orders, and here's your pre-order bonuses. That sounds like what they're going to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt.
No doubt.
When is spring though? Because I remember we got into a debate. I know this is slightly off topic, but I remember we got into a debate about the seasons of the year have apparently changed, and
Sure.
and me and Adam missed that memo. So as far as we're concerned,
Yeah.
fucking spring, summer, autumn, and winter.
Yeah, like
are
as far
where
as I was
they've always been.
concerned, what I learned at primary school stays true forever.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden, fucking juggled around the place. So what's spring?
They probably
Okay.
mean April, right?
Yeah, well, look, for this one, you can be damn sure they mean before May.
Okay.
They want you pre-ordering Wolverine before you're getting your hands on GTA even. You know what I mean? They want to get those pre-orders out there. So, yeah. Yeah, like all of next year is like you pivot around Grand Theft Auto on virtually every decision in the gaming space. Like, it's just fucking crazy. Do you remember, did you see there was an interview with the guys from Sucker Punch on Go See Ote? And it was like one of those rapid fire interviews. And they were asked, like, what did you guys do when you got the news GTA 6 was delayed? And they said, oh, we celebrated. We all, like, we got the champagne out and we we were like, we have a chance now. And that was so yeah. I don't know, or same with like Joseph Fares from Split Fiction, that game earlier in the year. He did a similar rapid fire interview earlier in the year, and it was like, will Split Fiction win Game of the Year? And he was like, not if GTA 6 comes out. That's the other one. He was so confident otherwise, though. We'll see. But yeah, look, at this point, I don't think Split Fiction is going to win Game of the Year. I'm not even sure if it'll get nominated for Game of the Year. It'll definitely be nominated and win in other categories. You know, like
best multiplayer or something like that. 'Cause
yeah, and it's as a co-op game, it's like one of the best I've ever played. It's so good. But anyway, moving on. Another big exciting thing, I suppose, in the week, especially for if you're a Kojima fan, which we are, is on the same day, out of nowhere, not as part of Tokyo Game Show or as part of, I think it was as part of the 10th anniversary actually of Kojima Productions. I think that was the occasion for which they shared this stuff. But there was a trailer for OD Knock put online, and there was a poster for Physint, which is only a working title for the PS5 tactical espionage game. Or sorry, PlayStation. I don't think it's going to be PS5. I think it's going to be a PS6 game. But let's start with OD.
Never know.
Yeah, yeah.
You never know.
He is quite quick with his like.
I wouldn't say that, but we would be. We are surprised when we see certain games, and they always just manage to come out on the very last day of the generation.
Sure, right. Maybe it's. But I think there's just all right. Let's have a Physint first. Then on that note, like, there's a really good value in making that a PS6 launch title, and working towards that. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
If I was Helmut Hurst, I'd be going, I know this is years away. Try and make it that launch year. That would be just like that. All the stars would align for us. You know, like when I think about this being a spiritual successor to Metal Gear, and then Metal Gear Solid being so synonymous with the original PlayStation, to have that as a PS6 launch title, it would be the game that everyone plays when you get it then.
Yeah.
So,
I just think that it's starting to, the whole generations thing is starting to blur out. You know what I mean? So I just feel like a lot of the games are just going to be playable
On
regardless.
both.
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah. Or you'll just get like Physint remastered.
A couple of months later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The free. Yeah, then it'd be like, I don't know, Physint fucking reviewed or something. I don't know. The amount of was there actually a point during the state of play? Just going back to that, where The Last of Us was shown again.
Yes, Last of Us Part 2 was, yeah.
Yeah.
What was more exciting, though, I suppose it was that they were just sharing it as coming to the online games catalog, right? For Last of Us Day. But what was more exciting was actually Tekken 3 and shit was coming to that catalog. I was like, fuck yeah, that's what you want. That's unreal. But on Physint, what do you guys think of the poster, which is obviously just the first concept art for it?
Kind of reminded me of, in color tone, to Jason Bourne Ultimatum, or one of those posters.
Oh yeah, okay.
Kind of remember that. I do not see Robert Pattinson. I don't know why people look at that and immediately went,
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
It's Robert Pattinson. I'm like,
I thought it could be. I'm not
But
saying
there
it
is,
is.
there
but...
is like I got kind of Tenet vibes off the thing for some reason.
Sure.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
But
well, the poster is hitting the right spot then, in that
it nails espionage.
Yeah, we look at this and we think espionage, we think spy, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
The poster's cool. Not much to go off. Physint as a title, I don't know if it's the best title. The fact that it's a working title, that's good.
as in Fizz not? Is that where they're going?
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, I not a fan of the title. I think it's an awkward title. But yeah, but you
Physically not.
Maybe. Yeah.
Just trying to figure out where they got the word from.
Yeah, it's a weird word. But I cool that he's going back to tactical espionage.
Don't know if that's a choice.
No, I don't think that's a choice. I think that's been but at the same time, I'm looking at the two projects, and obviously we will be crossing over to OD as well. One of them being sort of a spiritual successor to Metal Gear, and the other one being sort of a spiritual successor to PT. Are these going to be Kojima's last projects? Not Kojima Productions, but Hideo Kojima.
No, I don't think so. No, I'd say he's probably going to be continuing to work on games till he's dead.
Oh, okay. Maybe. Yeah, okay. What age is he now? He's like 60 now?
I'm not sure.
Like, he looks amazing, but I think he's like older than he looks.
I'd say we will start seeing him branching off into other media, but I don't think he's going to stop making games.
No. Jeez, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Because you brought up his age. You brought up his age, and I just thought they don't age.
I'm sorry.
I mean?
I'm sorry.
He's an
He's
immortal being. He's immortal.
I think the silhouette on the poster is really cool, and I really, really like the tagline, which is "Here comes the feeling." I'm I don't know what it is, but just something in me just goes, yeah, fuck yeah, like bring it back, let's go. It has that kind of a feeling to it.
Hmm.
Um, and also in the background, I liked the sort of, you can't really see much, but the location in the background looks kind of European, maybe.
Hmm.
And I just get
Yeah.
a sense that this could be a sort of Europe centric espionage game.
Actually, did we see? Is there any information on that poster, or is it just artwork?
I think it's just artwork, but there could be something. I do think he did say it's about 4 or 5 years away, though.
Yeah, I was just wondering if we saw anything like is the Decima logo there or anything like that.
Oh, there was logos on it, wasn't there? Is it
Yeah.
Unreal?
No.
No, sorry, OD was Unreal.
OD is Unreal. No, this
Kojima
just
Productions.
no. The I think the logos are just kind of studio based. I don't think it has anything
Yeah.
to do with it.
No. Looking at the okay, get bigger poster. Um.
It's cool.
It's cool artwork.
Artwork and it's cool costume design. It kind of there's almost like a Deus Ex beats Solid Snake kind of look to the costume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know why. This is so weird. I get Bond vibes.
Yeah.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
it's the color or something. I get Bond vibes in a way that I'm not getting as much from First Light,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which I don't understand what it is, but there's something. And I do wonder maybe he's going to lean more. Like, we know that Snake was very much inspired by lots of action heroes, but in terms of a look, Snake Plissken was the look, and very much like American action heroes. A bit of Rambo as well with the like bandana and stuff.
Yep.
I wonder if this character will look a little bit closer to sort of a Bond inspired character, given that Kojima is obviously a Bond fan as well. If all you have to do is play a Snake Eater to know that. Um, yeah, I just wonder if it's going to be like more European spy as opposed to American spy.
Uh,
Yeah.
It's amazing what that
maybe.
poster can do for you. Like that's what tells you it's like really well designed because it's giving off vibes. And I really hope, personally, that this game is not open world. I think Kojima
Yeah.
is good at that, but I would like you're going into a facility, like very much a spiritual successor to early Metal Gear, amazing characters, amazing story, but it's a facility, and even if it's procure on site, yeah, fucking let's go. Like I would love that.
Yeah, I kind of have a feeling he might because I'd say he's probably just done he's done his open world stuff
Which
now.
was
You know
Death
what I mean?
Stranding, right?
Yeah,
Death
yeah.
Stranding is the open world game, makes sense. It's a huge immersive world. OD now will be the scratching the horror itch, and this might be just like a return to form, back to basics kind of itch, but in the most high fidelity kind of way.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah,
That's what we hope for.
that's what we hope for. But
I just hope it doesn't predict a very horrible future, because
yeah,
that's the thing about Metal Gear Solid 2. Uh, that's it's fucking annoying that
that's real
everything.
life now.
Yeah. That everything in the. I don't know. Did he predict this, or did loads of people play that game and go, "Oh, that's really cool. How about we make that reality and not get the point of the game?"
Yes.
Because it's
But
just
well, speaking on
too
your
close.
point of I hope he doesn't predict the future, then I really hope OD isn't in any way some sort of prediction of any future. But yeah, we got a first look at, or like more of a better look, I would say, at OD with a subtitle Knock. And there's a little
Hmm.
bit of clarification on that too. But what did you guys think of the trailer for OD?
Pretty cool.
Um,
He loves crying baby sounds, it seems.
Yeah,
he
what the
does.
fuck? Why is he
He
scaring me
likes.
so much?
Yeah, it's very. I think I was saying it to Chris, saying to you, Chris, beforehand, of like, if this was one of those, you have those games where they use real life footage, but it's like a choose
Yes,
your
yeah.
own journey thing,
FMVs and stuff, yeah.
FMVs, and they always don't look great.
Yeah.
But yet you look at something like OD and you're like, wow, that floor looks real, or that chair looks real, or those candles. It's crazy how more real graphics look than reality. But Yeah, fuck that game. That not in a bad way as in I hated it, but more
Yeah.
like I will be scared quite a lot. I'd say trying to play that because PT was fucking scarring to be
He was
honest.
grand. Um, I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to seeing more of the game to see like what's it like. But if that's a kind of a showcase, if that's all in engine and not just like pre-rendered stuff, man, the Unreal is looking unreal.
Unreal. Yeah.
Like the latest few games that are utilizing the latest engine look incredible.
Unreal Engine 5 is incredibly impressive for those who know how to use it, or
Yeah.
have figured out how best to get the best out of it. Because I know there was some games that were really having difficulty utilizing the engine, but there's some other ones that are just like, wow, that's fucking super impressive. Um, and yeah, this one looks the absolute business. It looks terrifying. It's so funny that like we had just put out our episode on the moments you dread, right? Which I know
Yeah.
we had different interpretations on it, but when I think about your what you really meant by that, this game I dread right now. Like turning this on, I think I would dread. But I also would be too curious not to try it.
I
Um,
haven't seen enough now to get any sense of feeling. I just have intrigue.
Mm.
yes,
Probably because it's just video footage right now. But again, once I see what the player has to control, that will be the determining factor as to whether or not I'll shit my pants.
it's got to be first person, right? I think it's gonna be
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's basically gonna be like, would you like a more of a PT game? Like, I think it's
I
gonna be
do,
that.
and if it's that, I will be very happy about that.
Yes.
Um, the but the thing is with PT, you kind of like it was a bit like Layers of Fear in that way, where
Mm.
it's more of a like a ghost train. It's like, do you have the willingness to move forward, as
Yes.
opposed to something's out there going to kill you.
Yeah, I do think there will be something trying to kill you as well,
I
though.
think so
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I don't think it's gonna be just can you keep going. I think it's gonna be. I also think, based on some things that have been said, that I do think we're getting this next year. By the way,
Cool. Okay.
I think it's episodic.
Okay.
I don't think OD is a one game thing. Because I think, remember all those other directors he says he's working with, like Jordan Peele and Guillermo del Toro?
Yeah. Okay.
I think they're making entries in what is OD, which is a wider and I think that's why the subtitles here. I think the first entry is knock. If you look at, like,
Hmm.
he's talking about all these clues in the trailer stuff. If you look at the door, it has these like 9 inserts. I think maybe OD is like a 9 episode project that releases over the next couple of years, and the first part definitely coming next year, I think.
Do you think this and do you think the format would be you purchase the game once, but through updates you get the latest, or is this going to be like a Ground Zeroes thing where you have to
Yeah, I
buy
don't.
every single entry separately, and then
Yeah, I
therefore
don't
it's a
know.
separate game? It's not all contained within the same.
I think it'll be a separate game each time. Smaller experiences, but you're getting them more regularly.
Because I think it would be nice, and it would be a nice little shift in the industry too if they did it. If the inspiration was like a streaming service, um, with the likes of Disney, Apple, and Amazon,
Mm,
they will release the first two episodes of a show, and then
mm,
next week will be the next episode.
mm.
Um, that might be a nice way of doing it. Not necessarily that quick, but it's just that you've bought it. Like Eric's constantly going on about, the updates coming to Space Marine 2, and it's like, you look how good this company is. Or CD Projekt Red, we're doing it with The
Yeah, yeah,
Witcher.
yeah.
It's like, look at all the shit we're getting with there's very few companies that you could say that about. But
Shift Up, that's another one. Shift Up with Stellar Blade. There's constant updates for that. They keep
yeah,
giving you new stuff.
so that could be an interesting way to do this. Is that like, okay, you've bought the game, it's a full price thing. The initial experience isn't like a full price game, but there's promise of new content that's gonna be keep going.
And you keep coming back to it, and if it's a new thing each time, you're talking about it again,
Hmm.
multiple times. I just get a sense, and I could be completely off. I just don't think this is going to be a full length horror game. I think it's going to be
Not a bad
an
idea though.
anthology series with use. And I don't know, do these actors play different characters, or is there lots of other actors in the other ones? Like
Hmm.
the three actors that came up in this, but we've seen. So these three actors are named lately in all the OD footage. Um, but we've seen him behind the scenes meeting other actors like Timothy Chalamet and all these other people, right? And it's like, well, what are you meeting them for? You're not just meeting them for a meetup. Like everyone that you meet up with tends to be involved at some point in something. So it's like,
Yeah.
is it Physint or is it part of these OD projects or something? I
Maybe
don't know.
see, maybe everyone's wrong. Maybe it's not Robert Pattinson on the poster. Maybe it's Timothy Chalamet.
Look, maybe, yeah, maybe. I don't think so, but maybe it could be. But yeah, I'm really curious what OD actually is. Um,
Hmm.
and what does OD stand for? At first, we all said overdose was sort of
Hmm.
the thinking online. Ever since this knock subtitle, I should say, I've heard some people say, "Oh, maybe it's open door." Or so I look at I don't know. And there's all these blanks in the trailer, and I really think there's like if you fill in the blanks, and there's like somewhere to input that somewhere to get information, but nobody has found that somewhere where you do that because that sounds
Yeah.
like a him thing to do. I don't know.
Yeah, because apparently, remember the trailer where it's the different actors talking. It's their faces, and they're just kind of talking at the camera.
Yes.
Apparently, if you how anyone figured this out is crazy, but I have seen it being done.
Okay.
If you pause at certain points and you go frame by frame, essentially, you will
Mm.
find in the mouse letters.
Oh, maybe they need
That's
to be inputted in, is it?
I think
Mm.
it's six letters that
Okay.
spells Atami, ATAMI, which is like,
ATAMI. Is
oh,
that hardly a
that's
website?
not.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't
Don't
think
get me
so.
started on this. I'll start going abandoned on this shit. I'll go down the rabbit hole of something
But I
that
do
doesn't
think,
exist.
yeah, I do think
Atami official website.
this is definitely going to be,
Wait now, are you
something
joking?
to do with.
It's a Japanese cuisine.
No, okay, okay. Sorry, Adam. Sorry.
Um, because the thing is with the Silent Hills idea, the PT one, was that
Mm.
it was a kind of global, I would say, a multiplayer experience in a un conventional kind of multiplayer format.
Mhm.
It required people from different languages to be able to communicate and work together to try to figure out the puzzles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It had people watching streamers online and then assisting with puzzles that way and stuff. And the fact that this said for all players and screamers, I imagine there's some form of streaming based interaction here, a global multiplayer kind of idea, which he was touching on a little bit with Death Stranding and how other players can interact with in your space, even though you're not actually fully connected with them. Um, so I think this is going to be even more of that. And
Hmm.
these little hints in the trailers is probably just a little hint of the type of interaction that you're probably going to have.
Hmm.
Yeah, like,
Like
and
it turns us all into like investigators, basically.
100%. I'm so curious as well because, like, he has said before, and look, I know it's a very Kojima-ass thing to say, but he has said, like, was it at the Game Awards one year when he said, like, it is a game, but it's also not a game. It's kind of hard to describe what it is, you know? So, like, yeah,
Hmm.
and the whole for players and screamers, obviously being a play on streamers. Yeah, you're
Hmm.
right. Like, there's definitely there will be some sort of community interactive element to this. He talked about it using like Xbox's cloud gaming, but I don't know what that means. Like, in what capacity does it use that, or what do you mean by that? And then, will this come to Game Pass? In which case, if it does, if it's a day one Game Pass thing, then if they announce that, I am convinced it's episodic because
Yeah.
how better to keep Xbox Game Pass subscriptions than Kojima's next groundbreaking project is episodically releasing in completely different months, and you're going to want to keep your subscription for it because you don't want to miss this shit.
Are some titles then remaining Xbox exclusive? Like they're not going all in on, okay, our games are on everything?
Oh yeah, no, some of them are definitely not. Well, certainly day one they don't go to other
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's later on.
consoles.
Like,
Later on, they might.
So
But no.
once it's fully out, we might see this come over onto the PlayStation.
Well,
like
that's the
one full
question. Will
package.
OD come to PlayStation, or will this be no, like Xbox? Like, look at you're doing Physint with PlayStation. You're doing OD with us. You're giving
Yeah.
Xbox the PT game everyone wanted.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, that was the tactic. You know,
Yeah.
we'll do it
None of these
ourselves.
titles did he get to choose what he wanted to do.
No. Well, I think there's elements though where he's still going to get to flex his creative muscles. You know,
For
I,
sure. Yeah.
and I think the big appeal for him on this one is maybe more so the people he gets to work with as opposed to the game itself.
Yeah.
Because he's really enjoying these collaborations with various actors, directors, you know, all that stuff. So it's really interesting. I can't wait to see more. I assume we see it at the Game Awards,
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we'll
Yeah.
know more then because
Well,
he's Jeff Keighley's buddy. You know,
Yeah,
he's gonna
it's-
come out and it's too early yet to show Physint. You know, the trailer or the poster was enough for now, but it's definitely going to be maybe even a release window at the Game Awards.
He might even just have a CGI trailer up for Physint, you know, just to kind of similar to what happened to Death Stranding.
Yeah,
I
I
that
just think
took
it's
years.
I know,
you know?
but I just think he'll go all in on OD first, and then once OD is done, now we can start showing off Physint. I think that the fact that they both went up that day was just for the 10th anniversary of Kojima Productions. Here's the stuff you can look forward to in the future. But I think if he's showing anything at the Game Awards, it'll just be OD, I think.
was it the Summer Game Fest this year? Was it when he just brought Hideo Kojima out to, like, I don't know, advertise his fucking shoes or some shit?
Look at it. If he doesn't get on stage and if he's not introduced as one of the world's greatest game developers, you know, like it's definitely going to happen. Like,
Yeah, yeah. He's not gonna show off anything. He's just gonna walk on stage and say hi to everybody and then leave.
nah, there's OD is getting a release window at the Game Awards. That's what I think.
Are you putting that down as a prediction, Chris? Are you?
Yeah, I think it's fairly obvious that it will. I'll be surprised if it's not.
We'll at least we'll see more of it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I do think we will see this first iteration next year. Like if this releases around Halloween next year, especially if it's going to be a big streaming thing as well, this will be fucking crazy. And that's long enough distance after GTA,
Did PT
right?
was that PT was it released on Halloween actually?
I can't remember.
Was that
when
state of
PT
play
was
around?
released.
No, I thought it was at summer when it was released.
I don't think it was the summer.
PT? I cannot remember. I didn't even know it had come out only for. I think you had kind of said, "Oh, there's this game called PT. You got to try it." Like I was like, okay, and I knew nothing about it. Like, but I never saw the trailers or anything, so I literally knew nothing, and it was the scariest hallway I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, those were the good old days, man.
Well, look at PT changed horror games.
But it wasn't the only
know?
like those I can't remember what they called state of plays back then.
No,
Or
they
it was called
weren't.
PlayStation
No.
Experience or something like that. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Or maybe that was E3 actually, but just the bang after bang after bang of like just cool announcements. Just the way they announce things and drop things was just like
Yeah, incredible.
next level.
It's like that legendary one when 7 Remake was first announced was just the most
fucking hell.
amazing showcase ever. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was sick. But I remember there was something that came on after that, and then like if you watch the Easy Allies guys, you know, and they did the Inside Out basically a reaction to
Yeah.
it. But like whatever came on afterwards, they were like, "Oh, sorry, whatever that is, get the fuck off the screen. We're still talking." You know?
Yeah, and wasn't it
They just moved on as if
was
like
it-
that's not the end of the show.
it was another I can't remember what the game was after, but it was like another long awaited game came up right after Final 7
Oh
Remake as
yeah,
well.
it was. Oh fuck! I know. Yeah, it was like
Use a hate.
it was.
S, doesn't it?
It begins at S, and it was the third entry in a series that had been
Yeah.
people have been waiting years for it. And yeah,
Is
it was
it
like
Shinmu or something like that? Or
Shenmue.
Shenmue.
3. Yeah, and
yeah.
it did not do well when it came out.
No.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of just like horror games in general, like so in the last episode we did mention, me and Eric briefly brought up Resident Evil 9 because you were on a
Yeah.
Resident Evil hype, right? And at the
Yeah.
time we asked you, "Have you seen anything on that?" And you were like, "Yeah, I've seen the logo," and I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'm in." And we were like, "Okay," because
Yeah.
and obviously we brought it up because you were talking about moments you dread and like, well, so I think since you have seen some stuff, how are you feeling about
Yeah,
Resident Evil 9 now?
it popped up on my like my YouTube recommendations and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, sure,
And you were
look,
like,
yeah, I'll give it a
I'm
go
too
then.
curious now. Give it a go, yeah.
Yeah. So I saw the second trailer.
Mm,
I've actually never seen the first trailer. I've seen it since. But that second trailer is far superior.
right. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
really, really, really cool. Um, it was weird at first actually because it was like she almost looks like Rose. Rose's name,
A
is it?
little bit, yeah. No,
Not
yeah,
Rose.
Rose, yeah.
It is, yeah. She kind of, I thought it was her for a second. I was like, oh yeah, okay, so we're continuing the Ethan's story kind of arc, I guess, through her. It was like that
Sure.
makes a ton of sense. And then you get the name, you're like, okay, that name's
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah. Have you
So
since uncovered where the name comes from?
yeah, well then of course you see the mother.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's the connection there. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, no, it looks terrifying. It looks really, really scary. Like the
Yeah.
trailer itself was kind of fine. It's like, oh, that's really interesting. But I saw a little bit of gameplay footage. I think from is it Gamescom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Didn't see much of it before I was like back and the fuck off. I think this could be the scariest Resident Evil.
Well, that's going to be the start of the game. So, and I suppose everyone who came out of it, like, I watched that footage and then I watched a bunch of, like, because, well, like, you watch the footage and it's already impressive, but it's nice to get some of people's, like, hands-on impressions as to how did it actually feel to play and all that stuff. And the
Yeah.
fact that you can choose between first person or third person for the entire game is kind of interesting. Um, but yeah, just the amount of people who, like, all separately were saying, yeah, it's like Resident Evil meets Alien Isolation was the vibe I got, and you're just like, okay, okay, okay. I can't
Oh
wait to buy
God.
it and put it on the shelf. I'm definitely going to get it, and I
Yeah.
think Capcom are fucking incredible, and we said that last week as
I'll
well.
I'll I'll
But
tell you I'll tell you as well as like
if I can get past that first thing, I think it will
The
mellow out
first
a
thing.
bit.
At
But
some point, it becomes an action game. But I was
yeah,
really, really impressed with the Ori engine in
mm,
that showcase. Like it has come a long way because
yeah,
I always felt in Seven there was something kind of weird looking about the Ori engine. Like some things looked amazing, other things looked like the Final Fantasy Seven door, you know.
yeah,
Um, and then in
it's come a
eight,
long way for
it's
sure.
improved a bit, but here it's like it looks phenomenal. It looks really good.
Yeah,
The the kind of I think what they've really nailed is making the background really, really pitch black when you're concentrating on something with a torch.
mm,
Like they've nailed that, and it's just that anticipation of like what's in the darkness looking at me right now is just
terrifying.
yeah,
Yeah.
really, really nicely done.
Lads, I think 2026 is looking absolutely stacked for games. Like, if you like Resident Evil Requiem, GTA 6, Wolverine, possibly OD. I don't know if you have any interest in that Lego Batman game, but I fucking do. It looks amazing. I think it's going to be a fairly stacked year,
This
actually.
definitely, I think 26 looks like the best year of this generation for sure.
Oh!
Well, I mean, obviously,
What do you
GTA
know?
6 is coming out.
Yeah, no, that was such a bold statement what you just said. That's so bold. Whoa, 2026, the year the like biggest game ever comes out. It's like I think it could be the best. Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys got to get GTA 6?
I don't know actually.
Yeah, because I don't like we can all acknowledge it's going to be the biggest game ever, but
Hmm.
it's like, but individually, do you actually have any interest in GTA in general?
uh, yeah, I think I'm with Adam. I don't know if I'll get it. It'll depend on the mood, depend on what I'm playing at the time. But I probably would be like, even if I didn't play it, right?
You want to
And
watch stuff on it, is there?
but if it doesn't win Game of the Year, I'd be like the Game Awards is rigged. It's bullshit.
I know it definitely will, I'd say. But They
It's like next year's Game Awards is boring. Like
yeah.
GTA 6 just cleans up.
It's easier to predict next year's than it is this year.
I
Yeah.
just didn't like the previous two GTAs, and I
Sure.
don't know whether I wasn't into Red Dead 2, so I just think Rockstar, although they're unbelievable,
Have gone in a direction that's not
wherever they're
your.
gone is just not where I want to be at. But Resi 9 and Wolverine, day
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Well, yeah, all three of those are like the minute pre-orders go up for GTA 6, I'm pre-ordering it. Like because like
The
have to get it
internet,
in
I
there.
think, will the
And then
internet will probably crash when
well,
you
no,
have to
like
pre-order
I
GTA
think once
6.
pre-orders go up, right, which will probably start at the end of this year, right? They'll probably have one more trailer before Christmas. Pre-order now. I honestly think you'll be put on a waiting list.
Have we got we haven't seen any gameplay yet, have we?
We
They've
have, but we
shown
haven't.
gameplay, but no, they haven't done like a let's actually follow the character and show you some stuff. And I'm sure that's going to come, right?
Probably.
And not in any state of play or Xbox thing or any like it'll be a Rockstar like we are showing it the way we want to show it, probably. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
Is
Anything?
that coming to Switch too?
No. But Ori 9 is, and like
Oh man, that's like just the Ori engine. They can honestly, they can probably run it on a potato. They've got it that.
oh no, I
fucking
know,
efficient.
no,
Like, it's
but
just
yeah,
so good.
Do you know what? I first saw that second trailer at the Nintendo Direct,
Oh yeah,
and then when you rewatch the PlayStation version online, you kind of go, man, if you have both, just don't buy it on the Switch. Like, it's really, yeah,
It's still good, but it's it's better quality on the PlayStation.
it's Final
Yeah, well, you
Fantasy
expect that though,
VII
wouldn't you?
Remake Door is what it is. That's what it is, man.
okay.
No, it's not. It's not. No, the Switch 2 is not the place to play Ori 9. That's
No, it's not.
Yeah.
But if it is
If it's all you
serviceable
have-
if you only have that. It
Sure.
still looks good. Like,
yeah, okay, yeah,
but
fair.
it's at
Fair.
peak on the other consoles.
Yeah, for definite. Anything else you guys wanted to talk about before we wrap up this week's episode?
No.
I was like, no, I've said what I did say. Next year looks great. Eric, how about you?
No, I'm all G here on this side.
Okay, good. Well, I think the conclusion is we're actually very excited for games next year, but there's also still some good games to come this year. I think in the coming weeks we'll probably have our first impressions of Ghost of Yote in an episode to come. So if that's a game you're excited for, make sure you are following the podcast. Do let us know what games you're excited for from the showcases that have happened. Also, if there's anything in, like I didn't get to check out like Tokyo Game Show all that much. I do know that Xbox announced Forza Horizon 6, which is also coming next year and is set in Japan. And I think for that reason, it was a nice idea to reveal it at the Tokyo Game Show. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Because it's a surprising place for them to announce Forza Horizon. But given the setting, that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, if there's something from Tokyo Game Show that we missed that you're like, oh, you should check this out, do let us know. Let us know what games you're excited for. How hyped are you for Wolverine, GTA 6, which we brought up, Resident Evil 9, OD, Physint in the distant future. Do you think it's a PS6 title or will it come out on the PS5? Do let us know. If you're watching YouTube, jump down in the comments to share your thoughts. If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, ring the notification bell for future content. And to those who listen to us on audio platforms, you can touch base on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X at The Brothers Take. Again, to give you your take on everything we brought up in this week's episode. Thank you so much for checking this out. We will be back to talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.